Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? I'm great.
Have you scored another goal this morning yet?
Not yet.
They haven't played in a few days.
Right.
He was busy trick-or-treating, dressing up for Halloween.
Yep.
I love that. I saw
Yep.
you dressed up as a caddy. And was your wife like Paige Sporanic, or was it just a general? Like, what was going on there?
I see the comparison, but no, I think just she was just a golfer. We were just a caddy. We actually had the costume last year, and then the schedule didn't work out, so we didn't have time to wear it together. So I think we've been together like 6 years now. It was our first year dressing up together on Halloween. So
Nice.
that was a fun little event that our team put on for us, and we had a good time. And nice to have 3 days off before your next game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, Dylan, you're a baller. You have to have given away full-size candy bars. And get me up to speed.
That's
you
a
have
lot of pressure.
You have
Cakes.
at least one child, maybe two. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know you have one
Yeah,
child.
two. Yeah.
Okay, you have two.
Yeah.
So you're probably out trick-or-treating with them. What's your move? Do you put the candy in a bowl and hope some jerk teenager doesn't steal it all and dump it into his pillowcase? What's the setup?
No, I saw too many videos of people doing that this year. So
Yeah.
we actually we had my daughter's babysitter come over because we had like 10 guys come over on the team just so we could have some pizza, and the kids kind of hung out before we left for trick-or-treating. So my daughter's babysitter came over, and she was actually the one to hand out candy while we were out trick-or-treating. So we did have the full candy bars.
Nice.
We were known as the cool house. We got a lot of funny videos on the Ring doorbell camera with people saying, I think this is where the Capitals player live. I think he gives out full candy bars. So I think word through the neighborhood spread pretty quickly, but it was pretty funny, and everyone was really respectful. So no, it was fun, and I know the kids loved it for sure.
Now, do you bring a road soda along with you as you go house to house, or is that frowned upon because your kids are kind of young?
No, I think that's definitely not frowned upon.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
I think,
Fair game.
Very good.
Yeah, we had the to-go cups going for sure.
Excellent.
All right, so give us a scoop here on Backstrom. We were all kind of stunned by it, and Drabby's telling me during the break that his understanding was the players were kind of taken aback by it too. What was your experience?
Yeah.
Give us your comments.
Yeah, I definitely didn't know going into practice yesterday morning that was coming down the pipeline. He's been an unbelievable player for a very, very long time, and I know he wanted to continue playing. I think it's just he's got to take some time to see how his hips healing and how his injuries are feeling. I think he's when I came in last year, he wasn't even playing because he was hurt still, and he was an older guy that consistently went out of his way to come up and say hi and ask how things are going, and that's something that I definitely don't take lightly. And for him to do that, when he wasn't even playing and trying to get back from this injury, it goes a long way, and I really appreciate everything he's kind of helped me out with over the first year and a half of me being here. So hopefully he can come back stronger. We'll see what happens. He's a legend of the game, and I actually sent him a text last night. He kind of changed the game for guys that aren't the quickest on their feet, and just the way he passes the puck and the way he makes his line mates better around him. I think a lot to look up to in this game, especially for someone like myself who kind of maybe plays a little bit similar way, and he's he'll always be a legend. I don't foresee anyone wearing number 19 for the Capitals ever again.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
What was the scene like in the locker room as he addressed you guys? I would have to guess it was like a pin drop you could hear with him addressing the team. What was that like?
Yeah, I was emotional. I think it's something that he kind of just spoke from his heart, and told us how much we mean to him, and how much he loves the game, and it's the right thing for him to do right now for him and his family and his health. So it was tough for sure. Guys were pretty choked up, and you play with a guy for 17 years like some of these guys have here. You hear John Carlson, who's a veteran in the league, almost 1,000 games, and he says it's going to be weird because he's never been here when back he's not here. So when you hear things like that, it was definitely a different mood in the room yesterday. I think it was tough to hear, obviously tough news, but kind of like Coach said on the ice, we got to kind of find a way to try to move past it because the games are important right now, and he's going to be around. He's going to be still coming in, and we're still going to see him and stuff like that. So try to be as positive as we can and try to move forward.
I don't want to belabor it, but I just want to ask for clarification for myself. Is it like he was just in too much pain, or was he just not able to move because we had heard all these reports that he was moving great this year. So I know his minutes were down, but Can you kind of elaborate? Was it just too much pain, or he just wasn't able to move the way he wanted to?
I think it's a bit of both. To be completely honest, I think I just don't think his body was where he expected it to be at this time, and I think he kind of had to make a decision based off that. Like I said, it was kind of like a little bit of a shock to us too, because we didn't really know that was going to happen. And like I came into the rink yesterday, and his name just wasn't on the the line sheet that we have that gets put up in the mornings, and then we heard there was a team meeting, and then that was the kind of the news. So there's that's kind of all I've got right now.
Gotcha.
So,
That's fair. That's fair. Just curious.
So, Stromer, you lead the team in goals. You've been on fire ever since the puck hit you in the face. Maybe that's got to happen every 10 games, and you just go on a scoring flurry.
Just take one for the team, Stromer.
Oh, by the way,
yeah, that didn't feel great.
Do you have all of your chiclets? Have you had teeth knocked out at this point? Where are you at on that?
I have not had any teeth knocked out. I have one on the bottom that's pretty pushed back. It was actually my first game ever in junior with a visor on, and a slap shot. I was in front of them on the power play, a slap shot from our defenseman, and just right in the teeth. Just no hiding it, just right in the teeth. Luckily, I had a mouth guard on, and so I think my mouth was kind of closed, and it absorbed most of the blow. But I remember I just got my braces off like 3 months before that. So I know my mom. I was just worried that my mom was going to kill me if I lost teeth after she paid all this money for braces for the last 6 years.
Yeah, and we had Coach Carbs on. I think it was yesterday, and he said that you were actually lucky the way the puck hit you. If it hit you with the thinner end, I guess.
If it hit him horizontally,
if it hit
him like a pancake,
it would like shatter your jaw.
Right.
You kind of got lucky. You dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, I guess like the side, like if the puck's just flat on the ice, that side that's flat on the ice, like hit me kind of square on the cheeks. So, and if the puck was on its edge, like if it was on its side, it's a little harder around the edges.
Yeah. And
if that hits me there, I'm pretty sure I break my jaw. Yeah, but I guess it was flat. I had like this big weird bruise, but there was like a white little mark right between like where the puck hit me and like part of my bruise. I don't know if that's where my chin strap was or something. It was weird. I had my daughter looking at it every single day. Every day I get home, she asks me, your cheek feeling better? So I had to tell her every day it's feeling better, and there's no bump anymore. So I had good people looking after me.
Talking to Dylan Strome, who is the Caps' leading scorer. You guys have won 3 in a row. I wanted to ask you something else we asked Coach Carberry about. You joined this team. You're relatively new to the team. You sign a 5-year contract. The last couple seasons, you've finished with 22 goals, 23 goals, but you're way outpacing that. I was like, how do you see yourself? Could you be a 40-goal scorer, a 50-goal scorer? Like, what do you think of your own game, like what you can potentially be?
I think, I kind of made a promise to the Caps that when they signed me that I wanted to get better each year. No team has kind of really taken that leap of faith in me and having me around for, X amount of time. So, I feel like I truly believe I can continue to get better each year. And, whether that be with the goals or points or whatever, who knows? Trying to think about that. I think it's such a long season that you kind of just go game by game and see how things work out. If you kind of start thinking about that stuff, I think your mind can kind of get too far ahead, and then you can kind of lose track of kind of what's important. And especially now that you got a contract, it's a lot more emphasis on the team winning each night rather than yourself, how you're doing individually. So I'm looking forward to kind of just helping the team win. I think whatever happens. I don't really have any expectations on myself for how many goals I can or can't get. So just try to go in every night, try to score, help my team win every night, and the numbers will numbers at the end of the season.
All right, Dylan, it's good catching up with you. Best of luck tonight. Get those
Keep
2
balling
points.
out.
Keep the heater going, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Sounds good, guys. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.